Hello! Next week in maths we will be learning about fractions. We are going to be learning to identify a half and a quarter. We are going to be learning fractions of shapes and we will be learning about fractions of amounts. The next week in maths we will be recognizing half of a shape or object. We will be recognizing a quarter of a shape or object. We will be making the link between division and fractions of amounts. We will be applying fraction knowledge to solving word problems. We will learn how to split an object or shape into fair, equal parts and identify shapes which have been split into halves. How many ways can the pizza be shared equally? How many parts will there be? This triangle has been equally split. How many parts are there? How many of the parts have been shaded or coloured in? Making halves. We will use keywords and phrases share, part, equal, whole, split and object. Children should understand that we can make halves in different ways. All of these pieces of paper have been made into two halves, but they have all been folded and cut in different ways. How many ways can this piece of paper be shared equally? How many parts will there be in total? When we halve, there will be two separate parts. Making quarters. We will learn how to split an object or shape into 4 equal parts and identify shapes which have been split into quarters. Children again should understand that they can split a shape into 4 equal parts in different ways. All of these shapes have been made into quarters. Here is a problem. There are 4 children and they need to share the cake equally. What would they need to do? And how many parts will there be? When we quarter, there are 4 equal parts. The next question would be, how many parts would each child eat? Each child would eat 1 part of the cake. That is 1 quarter. Sharing and grouping. We will be learning how to share and group objects into halves and quarters. We will find half of a number and a quarter of a number. Here are some cakes. If we share the cakes between 2 plates, we are halving them. Half of 8 is 4. If we share the cakes between 4 plates, we are quartering them. Quarter of 8 is 4. Mind workouts. What is a quarter? Has this triangle been shared equally? Can all shapes be quartered? These are all questions that we will use to challenge the children by having to reason and explain. Children need to know that fractions need to look the same and be the same size in order to be equal parts. Here in the mind workout, Charles and Emma are discussing whether this particular shape has been cut into 4 equal parts. The children would need to explore and see if each part is an equal size and if they really are quarters or not.